Okay, today is the new day for this video world. We're going to see if this camera will keep working. It is February the 5th, supposedly. And I'm starting out by going over Monday night's homework. I was not here Monday, and so I'm using this homework to kind of reteach. Some of it super easy, one part of it kind of confusing. So, here we go. So, they want flutes. This is a ratio to drums. Flutes to drums. So, first, they want it as a fraction. There are 4 flutes to every 2 drums. But if you simplify it, divide by 2. So, it is 2 to 1. Now, this is where teachers vary. I know you wrote some sentences. I don't exactly have to have a full-blown sentence, but I usually say, give me at least a word. So for every 2 flutes, there are 1 drum, or there is 1 drum. I know a lot of you wrote really long sentences. That's just the difference in teachers. Is everybody good so far? Okay. Number 8. We have this picture of sandwiches to milk cartons. So, I count the sandwiches, 4, I count the milk cartons, 10, okay, so I think it's 4 to 10. I then simplify it by 2 to make it 2 to 5, and I would just put something like 2 sandwiches, to 5 milk or milk cartons. Something to tell me you know what those numbers represent. Okay. Number 9. We've got a class has 6 boys and 15 girls. What is the ratio of boys to girls? So, on this one, they didn't say which way they wanted it written. So, I'm going to use it just to show you. If you did the dot dot, it would look like that. If you use the word to, it would look like that. And if you do the fraction, it would look like that, but it would simplify to 3/5. So for every 3 boys, there are 5 girls. This is where someone might look at this and say,
I got 2/5.
Thank you. Good job. Okay, 3 goes into both of these, so it would be 2/5. I won't lie, I was just copying what y'all said. I make mistakes. I'll be the first to say it. Okay, so 2/5. For every 2 boys, there's 5 girls. This might be where a teacher's like, maybe they're buying supplies or something. You're trying to figure out what you need. They could take this question and say, well, what are you expecting? Like maybe there's going to be a party. You're expecting more what? I'm expecting more girls to come or boys to come. They can take these numbers and kind of change, work with them. Okay, number 10 says, Audrey counted 6 motorcycles, 27 cars. Find the ratio of motorcycles to cars. So, 6 to 27, 6 to 27, or 6 to 27,
3.
By 3 will go 2, 9. You got it. So, 2 motorcycles to every 9 cars. Maybe someone's planning parking or something. Cars are going to take up more space. Okay. Number 11. The jewelry store is having a sale on 25 emerald rings. I like this one because this is where the challenge starts to come in a little bit more. Okay. The jewelry store is having a sale on 25 emerald rings and 15 ruby rings. Find the ratio of ruby rings to emerald rings. Ruby has to be first, guys, before emerald. So ruby is 15. Emerald is 25. And if you have them flip-flop, it would be totally wrong. Because what is said first is Ruby. And then, so this should stand for Ruby. And this is Emerald. Question? Yes?
Do you know what they divide by?
Do what?
How do you know what they divide by?
Okay, you're just simplifying. So like on this one, you're finding what goes into 15 and 25. So by 5. So I'm taking this and in my mind I'm doing divide by 5, divide by 5. Okay? Just simplifying fractions. And I'll be honest, it's like we taught it a while back, but it's been a while, I know. Okay? Number 11. Animal shelter has 36 kittens and 12 puppies available for adoption. Write the ratio of puppies to kittens. Puppies has to be first. So 12 to 36, 12 ... to 36, or this, which is 1/3. So for every 1 puppy, there are 3 kittens. Okay? So those are the easier style, which you probably got yesterday. You might have some long sentences, but it's okay. The back, it just starts giving you some pictures. Starts out with a graph. And on 13 and 14, they ask you for a total. What does total mean? What? Add them up. Yeah, add them all up. So, like on this one, on number 13, it says Salvador is keeping track of the books he read this year. Find the ratio of mystery books to the total number of books that Salvador has read. Then explain its meaning. They want mystery, which is how many? 10 to total number. Total number.
24.
Yes, I was still counting. I'm sorry. Total number meaning add them all up, including the mystery, guys. So my ratio would be 10 to 24. I was trying to see if they didn't say anything about fraction, but that's okay. 2 would be 5, 2 would be 12. Total books. You might have 10 ... 24. You might have 10 to 24. Years past, when I was actually at school teaching this lesson, I would say which ones you had to write all 3 ways. I wasn't here though. So, okay. 14, the cell phone. It says the ratio of black cell phone covers sold to the total cell phone covers. So, what do you have? Black is 4. Total is 18. Which is 2 nights. So for every 2 black, 9 total are sold. 4 ... 18. 4 to 18. Okay. Everybody good so far? Why? Talk to me. What is wrong if you don't get it? I heard a no. It's okay, listen, if you don't get some, just tell me. Are you good? Okay, so looking at 15, it says for a trip, Ramona packed 6 blouses, 5 pairs of shorts, I love it, 3 pairs of jeans, and 1 skirt. Find the ratio of pairs of jeans to the total number of pieces of clothing that Ramona packed. So she did 3 pairs of jeans to how many total? 15. So if we simplified it, it'd be 1 to 5. 1 pair of jeans to 5 total pieces, I guess. I don't know. Pieces of clothing. You could have 3 ... 15 or 3 to 15. Okay. 16. I'm going to try to get on here also. We've got the food drive. First day of the food drive, Miss Teasley's class bought in 6 cans of fruit, 4 cans of beans, 7 boxes of noodles, and 4 cans of soup. Find the ratio of cans of fruit to the total number of items collected, food items collected. Then explain the meaning. So, 6 cans of fruit to 21 total. So what goes into that? 3. So it would be 2 over 7. Food, yeah, total food or total cans of food. Just something, guys. And don't shorten it. Don't put F for fruit. Write it out, please. Or we can write really long sentences. Okay. 17 is where the, oh my goodness, we might be going crazy kicks in. Okay. And basically, years ago, I had to kind of take 17 and 18 and learn it my way. I'll give you my way. You can use her way. I Miss Sawyer yesterday. It is up to you. I kind of have this goofy way of doing this, and if it works, use it. Okay. 1 second. Okay. I'm trying to make my paper pretty. That's important in life. Okay, just kidding. So, here we go. They want us on 17 to divide 64 bundles of newspaper. Listen, don't even worry about the word bundles. Just imagine me holding 64 newspapers. Okay. And they want us to put it into 2 groups so that the ratio is 3 to 5. Imagine this. And this is, guys, this is the hard stuff. I wish some of you kind of look at me now. Okay, 3 to 5. I want you to imagine there being 3 big tables over here. And over here on this side of the room, there's 5 big tables. Okay. I got 64 newspapers. Well, all it's really wanting me to do is go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until I get done with it. Kind of. You're still not going to get the answer yet. This was confusing to me. So what I did was I have this goofy method of doing this. And you stick on my laptop there. Perfect. I kind of draw a picture and it works. Thank you. Okay. So I take 17, like number 17 here. I take what I call the big number that they want me to break up. They want me to break up 64. And I put it on the top. And then I write whatever the ratio is they're giving me, which is 3 to 5. Now, this is the hokey part. I draw boxes. Just ignore it. It's okay. 3 boxes. And then I draw 5 boxes. Okay. You don't have to. This is just my method. I then think I could go and put a tally mark in each box until I'm totally done. But that's going to take a while. How many boxes are there? 8. So what that means is that when I'm passing out these newspapers, there would be 8 newspapers on each table. But the problem is you still haven't reached the answer. How many does this side of the room need? What's 8 times 3? 24. And this side needs 8 times 5 is 40. That's the final answer. They want to basically know, which to me is weird. They want to know, well, when Miss Donna who walks to this side of the room How many newspapers would she have, or would she need? They're all right there, I think.
Yeah, we just
Okay, thank you. Basically, what this question's asking you is not how many am I going to put it down this row, or how many am I going to put on the table. It's kind of weird. How many is Donna going to walk to this side of the room and put out? And then how many on this side of the room is she going to put out? But on this side of the room, there's 5 tables, and that side of the room, there's 3. Guys, we just don't do stuff like that. People don't normally do stuff like that. We normally split stuff down the middle, or like groups of 5. I can tell you right now, when Miss Gennaro passes out these calendars, she puts 30 in each of our boxes. She doesn't care if we have 27 in our lunch class. She just puts 30 or 35. Like, we don't really work with numbers that way. I have seen these questions with like flowers and vases. So if you put 3 roses, you can put 5 daffodils or something. I've seen it with catering. So maybe you need, I don't know, 3 bowls to every 5 spoons or something. I get why it's done, but it is odd. Okay? Really odd. So if you will take that one, you want to try 18 with me. Granted, you might have been okay. You might have gotten yesterday's method. I don't know. Okay, so look at 18. Divide 33 photos into 2 groups so that the ratio is 4 to 7. So I'm going to take my big number, which is 33, and my ratio is 4 to 7. And it doesn't matter what, if you write the word 2 or whatever. What did I do next over here? Look at this one. What did I do next after I wrote my ratio? Do the boxes, okay? And they don't have to be great. They're just... Okay. They are showing. Okay. How many total boxes? 11. How many 11s are in 33? 3. So if I put a 3 in each box, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 33. You want to make sure all of them total up to that number. Okay? So 3 times 4 is 12, and 7 times 3, 21. They want you to put 12 over here and 21 over there. It's a hard concept. I mean, it's weird. I had a girl earlier that was doing this. Doing this way. Let me think if I can do this. I'll show you tomorrow. I don't want to mess it up. Let me see. Yes, as long as you're getting the answers I'm getting, it's up to you how you do it. I'm trying to think how if she did this one. Let me do this one. She had 4 to 7, and she had 33. I can't remember how I'll have to get her notes on how to do that. It's Destiny, and I'm like, she showed me another way, and I liked it, but it's just that, I don't know. I have that goofy method stuck in my brain, so it's hard for me to kind of change it. So, are we okay on those? Okay. They're weird, and what I have to do is every year I have to pull out my notes and remember how to do it again. We probably won't do this again until Thursday. So on Thursday, you'll pull out your notes, and you might want to look at it again. I think there's one more. Okay. Yeah, and 19's not too bad. It is this graph thing with the Stanley Cup Finals. It is 19. It's with the hockey teams. Ratio that compares the Rangers to the Canadians in simplest form. So Rangers is 10. Canadians is 32. Simplest form would be 5 over 16. And that would be Rangers Canadians. And then letter B says, write the ratio that compares the appearances made by the Maple Leafs, which is 23. This is letter A. Okay, this is letter B. 23 Maple Leafs to the Bruins, which is 17. In simplest form, can that simplify?
No.
No. Now, this is where I need you to look up here, because we've not seen a lot of this. Do you see how it is an improper fraction? 23 is bigger than 17. Make sure you leave it. Don't try to make it like 1 and whatever it would be as a mixed number. Ratios have two numbers, so even if it's a fraction, the top number can be bigger than the bottom number. Does that make sense? Kind of. Okay. We've seen it a few times, but not a bunch in our worksheet. Okay, so we did ratios. Everybody kind of cleaned up from yesterday a little bit better. Okay. We're going to do unit rate now. Now, rate was on yesterday's definition, and a rate is comparison of two things that I say don't go together, like miles per hour or gallons of gas per mile or something. But we're going to figure out how much is 1. How much is 1? Okay. I use this a lot at the grocery store. You do this all the time, you just don't know it. I can ask you a quick question and you can tell me. If 10 apples are $10, how much is 1 apple?
$1.
Thank you. You just found the unit rate. Because you found out how much is 1. Kind of goofy. You're going to find out how much is 1, and we're going to use division, to be honest. It's kind of easy. Here we go. Let's start with the lovely definition. And let me find it. It's been a busy day. You wouldn't know I've been gone. And there it is. Okay, so unit rate. Here we go. It says it is a rate of change. So it's kind of like if you know 1 apple is $1, 2 apples is $2, 3 apples is $3. It's changing per unit. It is simplified so that it has a denominator of 1. All unit rates, if they're asking for a unit rate, they want the denominator to be 1. Guys, I have a definition up there, and some of you haven't picked up a pencil. Some of you need to write this definition. How much is 1? A lot of you see this at the grocery store. Okay? You go and maybe you buy fruit by the pound, and you walk over and you put it on the goofy little scale thing. Some of you, when you go buy meat, you might see that it's 99 cents a pound, but over here, when you pick up a bag of chicken, or you pick up chicken or whatever, you realize that the whole package is like $10.25. Well, it was 99 cents a pound when they weighed it out. That's how much it is, its rate, and the per pound is the unit rate. You obviously, I'm going to show you tomorrow, but you can use unit rate to figure out which is cheaper. Think about it. You've all seen, I call it the cereal aisle, where you got the big family box, and maybe they say it's $2.89, but you got like a smaller box, and they say it's $2.50, and you're sitting there, and if you're poor like me, you may have to sit there and figure out which one's the better deal, okay? I even go over to the bagged cereal Because sometimes that Frosted Flakes in a bag is just as good as the boxed Frosted Flakes. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm looking for a better deal. Some stuff, I do realize, tastes better if you don't buy the generic. Mayonnaise, I gotta buy the real stuff, okay? I don't do cheap mayonnaise, I'm just weird. But cheap potato chips, cheap cereals, I can do those things. You usually are paying, if it costs more, it usually means it tastes better. But for some of us, it doesn't matter, okay? That's what unit rate's doing. How much is one? And it can help you in what I call the grown-up world, okay? Now, here we go. It's easy. This is easier than yesterday's. Here we go. Now, looking at these examples right out of the book, it says we're going to write each rate as a unit rate. Now, you start out by writing what they give you. So 44 points in 4 quarters. Think about a football game. Think about a basketball game. 4 quarters. They're wanting to know how much is 1. How much is in 1 quarter. So think about it that way. Start out by writing 44 points in 4 quarters. So when they say find the unit rate, they want to know how much in 1 quarter. What kind of math is that? Division. All you're doing is 44 divided by 4, which is 11. So they get 11 points in 1 quarter. You could be trying to figure out, well, what if there was 5 quarters in a game or 6 quarters in a game? Figuring out that average. Okay, good so far? It's easy. Look at the next one. 125 feet in 5 seconds. This is your rate. They want the unit rate. So how much in 1 second? 25 feet. In 1 second. You want to draw yourself a note. This is your rate. I call your rate your big numbers. And this side is your unit rate. How much is 1? I'll be honest. Sometimes they're going to give you a unit rate and you got to change it to a rate. It's kind of the backwards way. Okay? So anytime you see unit rate, please think of 1. Okay, let's do the next one. $9 for 3 cases of soda. Equals how much for 1 case? What? $3, yes. I need what I'm going to call some kind of word to explain it. $, case, cases of soda, something. I'm not making you do big long sentences, but give me something. Okay. So 24 meters in 2 seconds. You know, maybe you're a track person and you're trying to figure out, well, how far do I go in 1 second? Well, 12. And this is where your track coach sits there and says, no, wait a minute. Last time you only made it 10. Something happened. What happened? You know, oh, I twisted my ankle or something. I don't know. You know, oh, you started getting 13. That's better than your average. Okay? We use this all the time. We just don't. I don't walk up to people and say, what's the unit rate on that apple? Anyway, okay. So everybody good so far? Like when we go to fruit and meat and all that in the grocery store, y'all look to me like I'm crazy. Do we walk up to the guy at the counter and say, like, how much, you know, what is 1 unit rate of chicken? I just grab it and go. So anyway, okay, number 5. This is where you got to start kind of watching. It says, for Carolina's birthday, her mom took her and 4 friends to a water park. Carolina's mom paid $40 for 5 student tickets. What was the price for 1 student ticket? Guys, stay with me for just a second. It is $40 for 5 students. I don't know why you're packing up, because you're not leaving till I finish this. So how much is 1 student? $8. Now, that is not exactly the hard one. The one below it is, and that's why I wanted you to pay attention. We've got this school. They use 12 gallons of water per student. What if there were 450 students? So, it starts out as a unit rate. 12 gallons per 1 student. I've not finished this one, so I don't know how your pencils are not writing. The bell hasn't rang either. Interesting. 12 gallons per student. What if there were 450 students? What kind of math is this one? Multiply of what 2 numbers? 12 and 450. This school would use 5,400 gallons of water per day. Please don't pack up early, guys. You got to know how to do this too. Your assignment is page 160, 161, 7 through 20. Please do it tomorrow. I'm checking. I know yesterday I wasn't here, so I didn't get picky on homework, but tomorrow I will. Thank you. You may go now. Thank you. I forgot to stop the video. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.